Yo guys, what is going on? Insanity coming back at you today with some more Division content, and right now I really wanted to go ahead and try and take a step back from all the PTS footage and show you a little bit of random stuff from 1.5. Yes, I'll be streaming from 1.5 later today to try and do some more preparation for the full release of Update 1.6. I still got to get an Urban MDR. I'm still missing one of those things, but that's for another thing for another time. What I wanted to go ahead and focus on is electronic and skill builds. It is dominating the PTS. Where's the build diversity? It's coming soon. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Alright guys, here we go. Build diversity so far in the PTS is pretty low. I mean, we all knew based on some of the feedback that a lot of the ETF members were giving once we were all allowed to talk about what 1.6 was bringing to the table, and then we were allowed to announce stuff about the PTS and all this other stuff, that Reclaimer was going to be the king in 1.6 based on the way health works and the way armor gets re-rolled into health and how your health regain is so low and skill haste and all of this and that. So skill builds are definitely a huge thing in Update 1.6, and yes, I don't see it staying that way for very long. I do know that skill power players are going to have a really big advantage in the idea of playing the support role, and yes, we definitely need more support role players out there to try and better these team-based experiences, to make sure that there's always an opportunity for someone to go out and play that particular role of being the tank, taking the damage, and also someone else being that DPS player, being able to just deal out the maximum amount of damage while having that healer there to make sure they're able to go ahead and pick up the pieces to keep them alive, which is extremely important, and Update 1.6 does deliver on that. But myself, as a pretty much, I would say, a balanced player between toughness and DPS, I really enjoy the idea of getting up in people's faces and just unloading with a pecan or, you know, an LVOAC or a PP19. But if I'm getting shot from another angle that I can't see out of my peripheral vision, then I'm just going to straight up get melted by somebody based on the idea, oh, I already used my medkit, I used a heal, and now I can't use it for a certain amount of time because my skill power is so low. And not to mention, over in the Dark Zone, it is a huge problem right now with the way Seeker mines are just destroying people, and it's all because of these skill builds. I mean, you would think that if you have Seeker mine damage, Seeker mine explosive radius, and all this stuff, that it would be more geared towards a DPS player, you would think. No. All this stuff is being fed by the Seeker gear set, which is a great build. I think it just needs to be tweaked a little bit more. It's going to be great for someone who wants to deal a lot of DPS, but they need to come out with a way that you're going to be allowed to try and pair your exotic stuff with current existing gear sets. I mean, I really love using MC gloves. I think they're absolutely great. There's a lot of people out there that prefer to use Savage gloves because you can't use MC gloves with gear sets. But for anyone who has my particular playstyle, which is all about trying to be that RNGesus player running an all-name build or an all-exotic build if you're playing in Update 1.6, you really know that you're hindered by the idea that you can't try and use something like MC gloves with any other gear set bonus. And I think it's a shame, because the idea of trying to balance it would be, let's use 2-piece Seeker with MC gloves with your Barrett's chest piece, and you may be able to stand a chance against these electronic skill builds. Anyways, guys, be sure to go ahead and sign up in the comments down below, like if you haven't, sub if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace out.